Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I made this three-tiered rope ladder pot holder hanging thingy. This. Okay, so what I made this out of, I ripped 3/4 inch pieces from a piece of fencing board, the cedar fencing board. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you can buy these 6 foot by 6 inch by 3/4 inch fencing boards for under $2 a piece. And so what I did was I just ripped 2 pieces off of that, and you could probably make 2 or 3 of these out of one fencing board. So these were like under $1 to make. I mean, it's just very little wood material. You know, of course you're gonna have to buy the pots, and the rope. But I had this rope laying around. Cedar it's good material. It's weather resistant, and you don't have to stain it or anything like that. I love working with that stuff. What I'm going to use this for is well, right now I put one of my Sprite tomatoes, grape tomatoes in here. But the unfortunate thing is that it's been in the 40s every night. But I went and put this tomato plant in here, and it got down to 28 degrees last night. But anyways, I think it survived. It's a little yellow, and it was looking kind of like, it looked a little sad this morning. But anyways, what I'm going to use this for, I'm going to use it for mint. And I'm going to put spearmint and peppermint in. Now the reason why I'm using it for mint is because I don't want to put mint down on the ground anywhere. I don't want to put it in pots on the ground either, because it's so invasive. You can plant mint in a container, and if it's got any holes in the bottom for drainage, those roots will go down through, and then they'll come out into the ground and then come up somewhere else, and then it's like taking over your yard. I mean, that stuff's like poison oak, except for, you know, you can eat mint. But anyways, I don't want it to be, it's very invasive, and I don't want it to spread everywhere. So I'm gonna put it in these pots here. So this is gonna be my mint garden right here, and I'm gonna put some spearmint down on the bottom and then peppermint on the top 2 ones. So all right, so let's get started, and I'll show you how I built this. Three-quarter inch by 9 inch. Okay, so what I want for my inside dimensions here, I want to be 6 inches by 6 inches. And what I'm going to do is I've glued these and just set them together, and then I'm going to make the other 2. And so I'm going to stack all 3 of them and then put some weights on top of them. I'm not going to brad nail them or screw them, because I'm going to actually be putting holes right here, so I need to have this spot free. So with the glue will hopefully bite enough to hold this, and then I can drill this hole out. So we're going to give that a try. I'm going to make the other 2, and I'm going to stack them, put some weights on them, and then we're going to let them dry. Okay, it kind of looks like Lincoln logs, only square, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put something heavy on it. We'll let them sit, and then I'll come back and drill the holes. Okay, so I let this sit overnight, and there we have 3 pieces. Okay, so I drilled a 3/8 inch hole in each corner here, and these pots are going to sit just like that. And what I'm going to do is, I found this rope. It's just under 3/8 of an inch, and what you could do if you wanted to, you can take this and dip it in paint, run it through paint, any color that you want, and let it dry. I'm not going to do that because I like the looks of this white. Okay, so there it is. Now, one thing that I did was I used 2 pieces of rope, and I went and I put a knot in the bottom. I'm going to cut this off, and this is nylon rope, so I'm going to cut this off and burn the end of it so it doesn't unravel. But what I did was I put a knot in, went up through, put a knot here, went through this one, put a knot, went through this one, and then I went up through the eye of that and then came down the opposite corner here like this, and they just did the opposite on the way down with the knots. Because I got one here in the corners and then one on this side going to this corner. When I start getting my mint in here and it starts to grow and whatnot, if I remember, I'll take another video and show you what it looks like completely fully grown out. Okay, so anyways, there it is. My I have no idea what I call it, but anyways, there there it is. So all right, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.